say goodbye to appliances.
Hello, Appliances Online.
Welcome once again to Sydney Harbour, and quite a breezy Sydney Harbour for the race 7 of the winnings at JJ Giltinan 18-foot skiff championship for 2024. Good afternoon, I'm Peter Shipway, and along with Andrew Buckland and Jimmy Bury, we'll be bringing this race to you. Just one race today, the 7th heat of the titles, 9 races in all, and it's very close at the leaderboard, which will go to the leaderboard shortly. But as we say, good afternoon to Andrew Buckland. Andrew, different day, a different wind.
Yep, it's about as different as can be from yesterday. Quite solid south-southwest flow, south-south-southwest. The trough pressed through this morning around 9:30 in Sydney, and there was pretty substantial dispersion in the model predictions. But it looks like the strong wind version's won out, and looking at the observations from down the coast a bit, it looks as if this might build a little more. So we probably at half distance might be the peak wind speed, and it might be well into the mid-20s, shall we say. Good luck to everybody. Smoothish water though, so quite a bit different to the old nor'easter that we saw yesterday bouncing around, and we're looking forward to a different shaped contest in a certain degree.
Okay, well, thank you, Andrew. And the Heat 7 partner today is North Sails, and they're racing for the Bill Miller Memorial Trophy. As we bring in Jimmy Bury, and we're on one of the courses that we like. Jimmy, the southerly course, talk us through it.
Good afternoon, Shipper. Yeah, so we start down here in Athol Bay, just in front of the Taronga Zoo, and they work their way up to Clark Island, where they set their spinnakers for the long run down towards the head, Stoblis Bay. Round that mark, back up around Shark Island, then a run back down here into Athol Bay, work their way back up to Clark Island, big long run back down to Oblis, up around Shark Island for the last time, down to Athol, and a short work over to Clark Island for the finish.
Okay, well, thank you, Jimmy. We're, as you say, at Athol. Breeze, what's the breeze here, Andrew? About 14, 15 with the puffs, I guess?
No, a bit more.
A bit more, okay.
Bit more, yeah.
17. Okay, I'll give you 17, thank you. And well, we've seen some very exciting racing, and it's very tight at the top leaderboard between the top two, but as we'll refer to that in a moment. But I think yesterday, second race, it certainly was a very good performance by Andrew, but really the boat of that race was our friends from Queensland putting in a fantastic effort. The Bigfoot Bags and Covers, and they finished second, and early today we had a chat to their skipper. Queenslander. Well, Dave Hayter, skipper of the Bigfoot. What a performance yesterday, second. What a thrill.
Yeah, pretty hectically being up at the front there for a first time in a while. So, yeah, really nice day. So we got a clean start and, yeah, just managed to actually hold in there. So, yeah, really happy with the day.
You had everyone charging at you, but you hung tough.
Yeah, no, they had finally got the boat actually dialed in and going really well there. So we hung in the Yandu and, yeah, managed to get a bit of separation from the next pack. So, yeah, pretty comfortable second by the time we got through the finish line.
So tell us about the background of the boat. How much training have you been doing up in Brisbane? Because there's only a fleet of a couple of boats up there.
Yeah, so we've really got ourselves and the SeaTech boys with Josh. So we basically just two-boat tune pretty much through, well, our winter, which is more like a summer. And then, yeah, so we spent a lot of time this year getting SeaTech up to speed, putting new rigs and new wings in it. And so we've got 2 boats now, pretty competitive pace-wise. And then, yeah, we've just been doing as much as we can, pretty much, through the start of the season.
Tell us about yourself and the crew. Where did sailing begin for you?
So I grew up in Adelaide, and, you know, the usual, they have a little Holdfast trainer, which is their development class, then into international cadets, 420s, Sharpies, which is kind of what you have to do when you're doing South Australia. Then I moved to Victoria and I got into 14-foot skiffs. Been doing the World Championship circuit for the 14s for 15 years now. And then, 5-6 years ago, Elliot Ma, who also sails the 14, we just sort of said, we're in Queensland, let's pull out one of these old dinosaurs and have a crack at it. And it was a pretty old bucket, but we came down here and, you know, had a good time and got hooked, and then managed to get into the club and get them supportive, and got into a position where they were willing to free up some money, and then we bought the new boat 2 years ago. So we bought CTEC, and then we bought the brand new hull last year, and then so we're just trying to keep it all rolling and keep the club happy. The club's got a long history in the 18s, and they're still really passionate about it. They just haven't got enough sailors to keep it rolling. So yeah.
Well, you better mention Ben Roxburgh, his old man will get the willies.
Yeah, so Ben, so we picked up Ben in Brisbane. He's a Brisbane boy, but yeah, obviously family connected to the 18s. So he started, I think he came down here with Lumix a couple of years with us on those first couple of trips, and then Lumix team fell over, and then we picked him up, and we've had him for the last 3 years. So yeah, it's been great.
Well, congratulations on yesterday's performance. I think everyone was thrilled for you, and good luck today.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Okay.
Well, it's a very pleased Dave Hayter and his crew after yesterday's very, very good performance. But we might now, as we look at the committee boat, and the breeze is up here, it's a little stronger since we've come out here. So it's going to be a good second sail breeze on this very tough southerly course. We're in Athelbite. There's the committee vessel, and we're probably about 12 minutes or so away from a start, just under. And we might have a look at the scoreboard, which is starting to take shape. Very close at the top. It couldn't be closer. Both the top duos, Andu and Yandu, on 8 points after their drop. They could drop a heat after yesterday. So they are on 8 points. Then in third place is Rag and Famish on 13. And we come down to fourth is Finport. It's a fair gap between the two top boats in third and fourth. So probably with still 3 races to go, you'd have to think that the winner will probably come from probably those 4, but stranger things have happened. And our New Zealand friends, ASCC, won. Their racing team, they're in 5th spot. They didn't finish in the second race yesterday, but they've been consistent up till then with 3 5ths and 2 8ths. Then the Black Knight from Germany, or Bavaria, is in 6th spot. Marine Outlet, John Cooley and the Gundy boys, 7th. They had misadventure yesterday in the second race, which we'll talk about a bit later. Balmain in the top 10 in 8th. 9th, our Queenslanders, after that stellar performance yesterday. And Lazarus, who's been there or thereabouts most days, he's in the top 10. He's 10th. Then the Royal Oak comes after them. Vycobi, Fisher Paykel, 6th. Victoria Racing are in 15th. Smeg, 16th, Shaw and Partners. The other Queenslanders, CTEC, Burrawang, Bloody Dane, Kitchen Maker, Noakes, 18-footer bar and restaurant, Royal Akarana Yacht Club, Hoffel House from Germany, UK, and then last of all, ACC2. Now, you might be asking what's happened with the protests. Well, none of them have been heard yet. Tonight, there's 2 protests going to be heard. Finport versus the race committee. We believe that's an incident involving Yandu at the start of Heat 3. And also there's a redress going on from CTEC, who got holed by Hoffel House yesterday between races, or leading up to the start of the second race. The collision, Hoffel House ran into CTEC and put a serious hole in CTEC. CTEC have got a borrowed boat today, so they're going for redress, and that will be heard tonight as well. And then I think there's another protest as well, perhaps coming up, which I think is... I'm just trying to find it here. Stand by. But while we do that, it's between, sorry viewers, it's between the Bloody Dane and Smeg, and then Smeg and the Bloody Dane in race 3. They will be held tonight. So counter protest by the Bloody Dane against Smeg and vice versa. So we'll have those results for you certainly on Saturday and any outcomes. So we've still got 8 or so minutes to start. The breeze in Athelbite here is 12, 13, 14. And again, in the park before the race today, we spoke to the handicap leader, Nathan Edwards, off 6th. And here's what Nathan had to say. With Nathan Edwards, the skipper of 6th and currently leading the handicap. Can you hang in there?
I reckon we've got a good chance. It's been a long game for us, making sure we've got a good handicap. So well placed there. We've got ASCC, or one of the ASCC boats, and also the Outback. Marine. What's it called?
Marine Outlet.
Marine Outlet, that one. So we're about 7 points different. So we just got to hold them off for the rest of the regatta.
And how have you rated your performance throughout the regatta? Obviously pretty good from the handicap point of view, but what about scratch point of view?
I reckon exactly what we deserve. I think we probably needed a bit more prep in the lead up to this regatta. We only really got the boat in sort of the range that we wanted in probably about a week ago. So yeah, I think our performance has been pretty good given that.
Did you have a broken mast at one stage through the year? Was that you guys?
Yeah, we managed to zipper the rig, so we pulled the forestay down the rig. We just got that rig sorted. We were really happy with it, and we zipped it that day, and so we had to set up a whole new rig after that. So it's been painful, but we've got there again, I think.
Was that the big rig or the little rig?
Yeah, that was the big rig, yeah.
Well, today looks a bit tricky, different breeze out of the south.
Yeah, I'm hoping it fills in a bit. It's a bit up and down. We've all got small rigs in, but yeah, hopefully it pulls in, and we like breeze, so hopefully it kicks up, and yeah, it should be a bit sandy down to Obelisk.
Great. Well, thanks, Nathan. Good luck for the rest of the regatta, and fingers crossed for a victory in the handicap.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Nathan Edwards, skipper of Sixth. So still a little time from the start, and we'd just like to thank a few people for sending us some emails and for their very kind comments. From Nick Malin from the United Kingdom. Thank you, Nick. Very nice one from Malcolm Robertson. Thank you, Malcolm. Your comments are much appreciated. Pete Booth, hello to you, Pete. So glad you're enjoying it, and glad to have you with us. And also, we've just heard from one of the crew of the 1974 winning skiff. Do you know who that would be, Andrew? 50 years ago.
Some person's McDowell.
Which one?
Kim.
Very good, Andrew. A good start for you. Good day to you, Kim. And you're over here for the weekend, so it'll be great to see you. They won 50 years ago in the Travelodge, along with your brother Terry at the helm. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. Hope you're well. And as I say, we look forward to seeing you in the club over the weekend. So we've got our regulars back. Ian Barnard's there, Nipper Henderson, Mick Ralph, Yankee Express, Christian Dameron. He's now in New Zealand. Gee, he gets about this bloke. He was in Siberia the other day. Joy Brown's there. Angus Roxburgh, I thought he'd be watching. Chris Steele, go the Kiwis, absolutely. Olivia Dameron has picked the podium. First Rag, second Yandu, third Andu. Ray Wolf's gone for Balmain, Rag and Yandu. Mick Savey, he's morning from Singapore. Looking forward to another cracker of a day. Well, it is a cracker of a day, Mike. It's good breeze in the south and on the southerly course, and we've just had signals. Just over 4 minutes to go. There's the Black Knight, Germany, in reasonable position on the point score, in sixth position. There's Yandu, highly fancied, terrific job yesterday in that second race. They capsized in the first beat under Bradley's head, got it up and got going and finished third. That boat is certainly quick. So their worst performance so far, Andrew in the Yandu is third, whereas Andu, worst performance is a sixth.
Yeah, so the discard not in play really as such, but it is an advantage to Yandu.
So just remembering, full course today, full course Saturday, and the final race on Sunday, 7th, the 9th heat is a full course as well. So our short races are over and done with. And the Vacaris starting equipment will come into play. There's the other friends for ASCC 2.
So, folks, we're just at 3 minutes. And
what are we looking like, Andrew? The boy down off Bradley's head, the pin.
It's a nice line.
Nice line. Give it a tick.
Yeah, I'll give the line a big tick.
So we've seen a couple of general recalls. We've seen some individual recalls with a bit of interest around them.
And we've seen some voluntary recalls
And
as well, haven't we?
yes, we've seen a couple of boats go back when they really didn't have to, but everyone playing it safe, especially the top few boats. There's the top Queenslander from yesterday. Bigfoot, Dave Hayter, Ben Roxburgh and Elliot Marr. Pretty clear harbour at the moment. We'll show you a bit later the massive spectator boat we have out here.
Spectator boat.
But we'll have a look at that after they finish one lap. But it is certainly a spectator boat to be in awe of. There's 6. There's our friend Nathan Edwards, who we spoke to earlier today. There's Noakes down there. The Marine Outlet boys. And that's the wharf there at Taronga Park Zoo. And there's the spectator boat there. It's high price value on that boat, but it's a pretty good venue. We'll come back and give some detail of that boat, how you get on it and what you can do and how much it costs. But anyway, we're coming up to 1 minute.
So the rag working on the pin, and everybody pretty conservative.
See, the pin is close to the shore there at Bradley's Head, the western side of Bradley's. Standing by for a minute to go.
But the breeze far enough right, Pete, you don't have to tack.
Yeah, you can cross across Bradley's Head. Race 7, a minute away from starting, or a bit less. Okay, where are the front runners? Rags down towards the pin, the middle of the line to pin. Lazarus down towards the pin again.
And Yandu overlapped up this end, Pete.
Okay, he's a good starter, that Lazarus, Tom Kunich. The Brisbane boys are down there with him. Okay, we're starting to get a bit towy, 30 seconds. Yandu and Andu right up here at the committee boat. There they are. There they are, Yandu to windward. Andu just to leeward, and then ahead of them is Finport, starting to rumble, 15 seconds. A few holding back.
Yeah, Bree's gone a little bit left, just holding them back.
Okay, 7 seconds, I think. Smeg's trying to get a jump here.
Smeg's a bit optimistic.
Yes. Oh. Okay, Smeg could be close. Yep. Andu's good, Yandu's good, Marine Outlet's good. Do we get one back? No, I don't think so. Oh, poor start from Balmain and the Kitchen Maker. They are in row 3. No, we're clear.
Row 5, Pete, for Balmain, but they've got on the port and escaped. So.
Okay, it's clear start. That's the main thing. We're away.
And probably a victory to Andu. Breeze is a little more right-handed on the right edge.
Yandu trying to squeeze up on Yandu, but we'll get to them in a moment. There's Vycobi, right of screen. Then Finport, and there's Andu and Yandu. Where's the rag? He's down at the pin end, was he? Okay, New Zealanders are bailing out. It's the Burrowang coming behind. Yandu squeezing in there, threading the needle. Simon Nern. Okay, we're away. Half the fleet on starboard, half on port. All the big boys are going out on starboard. Oh, Yandu's just tacked. He was getting gassed then, I think, by Yandu. And the breeze, what's the breeze, Andrew? It's down a little, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gone back down to about 14.
Okay, 12 or 14. And the weather mark, Jimmy, we got that spotted. It's to the left of Clark as we look.
Yep, to the left.
Okay, right in Double Bay, right in the middle of Double Bay. I've got it. Thank you. And the rag's right down the bottom with Lazarus. Above him, Bigfoot. And Shaw and Partners. Okay, they're punching out to the left.
So it's turned back into a game and find the wind to some degree, Pete. Breeze a fair way in the right, but soft.
Okay, these boats are motoring here.
The group on the left looks favoured to me. Less wind in the middle of the track at the moment.
Yandu's trying to get to the left. He hasn't got much wind. Yandu's gone right. It's Vycobi going to the right. There's Marine Outlet. Smeg, and there's Andu in soft pressure.
Good line of wind coming out of Double Bay.
Well, it's going to hit the left-handed fleet first. There's not much in the middle. You can see Andu struggling for a bit of pressure. It's dropped right off here. There's Keegan York in Finport. Herman Winnie in the Andu. And then around here, then the long run down to Obelisk near Middle Head on the harbour, for those that know it. There's the Oak. Jacob Marks, Alex Marinelli, Matt Doyle. Behind them is Finport, fourth on the point scoring. Good breeze these left-hand boats are coming into. And now the boats out in the right are starting to rumble too, Andrew.
Yeah, but they're also in danger of being overstood, Pete. Mark's not that far. It's only, 500, 400 metres on port.
A couple that have gone hard right might have overcooked a little.
Yep.
And put the hammer down a little, but anyway, we're back on the group that went left.
And Finport has won a little war with Andu, so that's interesting in itself.
Okay, Rag and Lazarus lead this group. That's the two of them on the left. Lazarus hard left, then above him, the Rag and Famish. They're really going out to a lay line here. There goes the Rag. Third on the points at the moment. Harry Price, Josh McKnight, Finn Rodowitz, and now Lazarus. They're in good shape. If the left pays, Lazarus and Rag and Famish and Bigfoot will be the leaders. It's just which, if the left is paid.
It'd be interesting if the Bigfoot can score another good one.
Well, they've got the pace at the moment, and we saw it yesterday as well. Queenslander. Yep.
I think Rag will lead at the top.
So hello to the UK 18-footers, 4 a.m. over there. They're all watching. Adrian Howe, the class secretary. Hello to you, Adrian.
Where are we watching, Pete?
Didn't actually say, but it's in the UK.
Oh, in the UK.
So, anyway.
All good. All good. So, folks, we're up at the Windward Mark, just watching the fleet approach. Breeze here pretty spotty.
Okay.
10 to 14.
And the left is paid.
The left is paid big
time.
And...
Oh, there's a few overcooked up there for sure.
Nearly capsizing there.
In attack.
And while we're at the UK, hello to the Ullswater Yacht Club, Tim Whitehead and all your crew over there. I know you're watching. So welcome, and it's going to be Rag and Famish that's going to lead.
And he's got a good score to get down on. So
yeah, it is good breeze coming out of Double Bay.
He'll be on the face for the shoot up in about 10 seconds
Well,
time.
this is going to be a good test for Andu and Yandu. They're well back. Okay. Harry Price gets Rag and Famish around. Tom Kunich with the Lazarus.
Good stuff, boys.
Nice stuff.
And
here's the Queenslander.
Oh, how's that for a set, Jimmy, on the Rag? Wow.
It was a beauty. And then a good gap. These boats have jumped here.
Yep.
Oh, a couple of boats have really collapsed up under Clark Island. The Noakes Nelly and backwards, they've run out of water. Next around will be Shaw and Partners. Well done.
Emma will be excited
Emma
about
Rankin,
that.
Cam McDonald and Tom Quigley in fourth spot.
Good on them.
And then the Black Knight, I think, will be next. No, it's Kitchen Maker. Well done. Lachlan Steele, Jerome Watson, Ben Kirkby. Then the Royal Oak. So a few upsets here. Then SeaTech in a new hull. I think it's the old...
It's the old
Looks
Lazarus.
like the old Lazarus.
Lazarus, yeah, okay. Then Andu. Oh, then there's... Then Finport around, just around the outside of RAYC. Smeg getting tangled up here at the Weathermark. Who's that in? Balmain nearly capsized.
Capsizing to the left of the screen.
Okay, now the Burrowang. Smeg hooked up on the mark, and around behind them is Yandu, probably deep in about 12th spot. So some work to do for the point score leader, Mika Lane. And following them, Marine Outlet and Balmain. Okay, we're off to Obelisk. VMG run. Good set on the Burrowang. And already we've seen it. The Rag and Famish has jibed off onto port to go into Bradley's. Lazarus getting the bow down now. Won't want to overcook there, Harry Price. We'll have to see what happens here. Couple have jibed out. Rag's come back. He took one in on port. Now he's back on starboard. So these 3 leaders got a good jump happening here.
Yeah, that's a big gain that he's going to bank there, I think, Pete, as well. Aubrey's on the western edge.
There's Bigfoot bailing out. 3rd at the moment, or 3rd at the weather mark. It's a long run down here. Series of jibes. You'll see in a moment. Coming in from the left will be the lead race leader, Rag and Famish.
There he goes. And it looks pretty windy down the bottom, Pete. We can see the back of the Whitecaps down on the bottom mark.
Yeah, it's not that windy up here, but
No.
there's the Lazarus converging with the Rag, but Rag's still ahead. So these 3 have got a real jump. And there's a lot of work to do for Yandu and Andu.
Yeah. I mean, they turned 1 minute into 2 in the first part of that run there, by the look of it.
Okay, well,
Not exactly that, but you get a general idea, Pete, yeah?
so the Rags jibe right on the front of Lazarus. They're both going in towards Taylor Bay. And they're joining the party. In the background is the Bigfoot. Well, these boys have hit some sparkling form.
And the Bigfoot will probably just stand on starboard.
Tide is coming in. A few yachts emerging on out of a race, but not that much wind. Andrew, flat water.
Beautiful flat water.
Yeah, 12 knots, 10 knots, maybe a bit more. But we're on the Queenslander. So this is a good race again, but some different combatants in the picture. The Rag's been up there most of the series, but Lazarus and the Bigfoot have joined the party. Here's Shaw and Partners, and the Royal Oak with the green chute.
And the white Spinnaker's Andu.
Andu, okay, had a lot of work to do. He's about 10th or 12th at the windward mark. He's just, it's Andu jibing. There's Finport left of screen.
Okay, Pete, so we can see why this doesn't work getting up to the right edge here now.
Which is what the Bigfoot's done off camera.
Yeah.
These 2 boats are off Chowder Bay, Clifton Gardens.
You've got to get on the other jibe. Anyway, we're looking at the leaders who are on the western edge, sailing in quite headed pressure parallel to the shoreline alignment. 2 jibes to get to the mark by the look of it. But right now we're on the other edge of the course with the Bigfoot, and they've been sailing 15 degrees higher for quite a while.
Yes, they will have thrown a bit away here, I think, as they jibe. But let's see.
Still
The approach to this mark is always tricky and difficult, and even the good guys get it wrong, and those that sail this course many times over.
Yeah. Elliot Murray and the bow sailed here quite a lot though, Pete. He's, you know, he spent a couple of seasons here. He'll be pretty handy at getting around the track.
Well, we'll see the Rag and Lazarus are both jibed again to go into George's Head. Actually, the Bigfoot's hasn't done too badly here.
Well, it depends how long the header lasts going back on board.
Well, at the moment he looks pretty good. It'll be still close, these 3. It's the Rag in the middle, going into George's Head. They're going to get around George's Head, then dive into Obelisk.
Well, the breeze has gone back to the right here, Pete, in a sustained way by the look of it now. Like, look at the gap back to Yandu. It's about 1 million miles.
Yeah, it is massive. Just can't express it enough what the gap to 4th is. So they're just off the Western Channel pile, on the Western Channel of Sydney Harbour. The Rag, not far off a jibe. There he goes now. And I think when we can see the Bigfoot's got himself either in the lead, certainly second, he may be leading.
We'll have to retract everything we said. The Bigfoot's given up a towel.
I said.
Jimmy
and I were very clear on what we said.
Nothing.
We didn't say anything.
We said nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Anyway, the Bigfoot leads. He's going to cross on port.
Amazing.
Oh well.
Tricky stuff.
And they're about 300 metres from the leeward mark here in Obelisk. Full on sunshine, lovely breeze, 14 knots at maximum.
So, tough lay line into this mark. VMG racing absolutely from the quarter. So the Bigfoot leading has got about 600 metres, perhaps to sail to the mark. Bigfoot there.
So he'll jibe off in a little while and try and just come in one now. There's all the distance packed to see how far Yandu back is in the fleet. So he's trying to extract himself to try and get up into 5th or 6th. There's the jibe coming now on the Bigfoot.
But he's got 2 more jibes, Pete. He hasn't gone far enough, or couldn't go far enough.
No, at the moment he's bow up,
but need to go all the way to the rocks. We'll see.
So Harry Price will probably come in, take his stern, and then go a lot. Yeah, the Bigfoot is well above the mark at the moment.
Yeah, the rag will go to the lay line, and they've been pretty accurate so
well, they'll
far.
see where the Bigfoot's ended up, so they will know when to jibe. And they've dropped Lazarus off a little bit here.
Yeah. Well, now the Bigfoot set themselves up for a bit of pressure.
Yeah, he's got a bit of lumpy water.
He needs to jibe right now.
Yes, don't leave it too late, boys. Come on.
He might as well drop. He is going to drop.
Yeah.
Yep. He slipped it a bit late.
Starboard rounding here at the...
And fairly bumpy water, so
yeah,
he's given back a bit there. The rag
but anyway, he's clean.
He's clean.
Got a jibe to do. There's the mark.
The rag coming now with the drop.
Okay, he's round. Nice job. Just a little bit wide on the mark. Harry Price and the rag will be right tight on it.
Yep.
You can see now Lazarus dropping their chute.
And the rag a little bit conservative also, but everybody a bit nervous about this corner for some reason, Pete. I don't know why that is. Got an idea on that one, Jimmy?
History it's been like hell corner for him in the past, that's why.
The breeze is down, so they're getting a bit of relief.
Can you go around the short guns? Where's 5th, Your Majesty?
There's Shaw and Partners in 4th.
Yeah,
so, that's a great effort.
Awesome effort.
The 4 have jumped away.
It's squared and lightened, which was about which I'm in disbelief, obviously, but that's why the lead got longer.
What time's your solicitor arrive for Gary Leaf, Jimmy?
Oh, about lunchtime.
Okay, stay tuned, Gary. You're going to get a knock on your door, so enjoy the race while you can. Okay, there's the Black Knight with the
blue and black spinnaker.
Blue and black spinnaker, so they will be 5th. Shaw and Partners, terrific job also. Emma Cam and Tom Quigley, solidly in 4th. What's the breeze here, Andrew? Got back into the
12
right-hand pressure.
12 hard right and 12. I don't know why.
Tide coming in.
Going into the bay there, but anyway, we'll see.
Yeah. So the red spinnaker is belonging to who? Jimmy, have we got? There's the Hoffel boys? No.
C-Tech.
Oh, C-Tech. Right, in the different hull. And then right up to windward is the Finport.
They might trade their old boat in for this one.
Yes. Here's Heinrich, Prince Heinrich. There's the C-Tech. Finport, Smeg, the Royal Oak.
That's 2 minutes from the leaders, these guys here.
And the Yandu's nowhere near it at the moment.
And, you know, the peloton is just slow, isn't it, Pete? When you look at it, it's all bunched up, all fighting each other.
Real gaggle of boats here.
Finford holding up
Andew's getting clobbered here.
Yeah.
The Royal Oaks around clean. Then next around behind the big Black Knight. And then C-Tech. Oh, there's a bit of work on here. There's C-Tech. Next will be Finport. Smeg round the outside. Andew trying to get in there.
People running square with no spinnakers up.
That hurts.
Yep.
Okay, Andew's round. Smeg on their tail. And
A lot of yelling going on at this mark, Pete.
And the top New Zealand team are back a bit. Okay, Balmain's around. Still no Yandu. He's just round the outside. Oh, there he is, just around.
Amazing.
So this will be a good boat speed test for a couple of the stars. See how they go. Sixt is around. Then the Burrawang.
And Peter, the
18-footer bar.
Yandu back on port.
Okay.
Well, they've got to get out of the chasing line, don't they?
Two New Zealand boats, and in the middle of them by Kobe. Noakes running square. All these boats running slowly and square. Noakes next around. Then the Victorians. Oh, there's a boat. Who's that? Is that the almost a capsize? Is that the Huffle House? Okay, the Bloody Danes are around. Then Fisher Paykel next. Huffle House off to the cleaners.
GBR 91 is
GBR.
not very. That didn't look very nice.
So they do the big wind up or dial up. Oh, the Huffle House off camera is saved it. Just. Okay, pull the gear on, boys. Not yet. So they are the tail end Charlies, the Huffle House. And the leaders, how long have they been around, Andrew, the leading group?
I stopped counting at 2 minutes, Peter.
Yeah,
I estimate 4 and a bit, though.
Right, okay.
The leaders are up off Clifton Gardens.
Wow, and they're all punching up the right edge.
Yeah, they're right in, and the leaders off camera going into Chowder Bay, but this is the main group that are going out on starboard tack near Sour Pigs Reef. And Andu leads that pack, going hard left. And that's what he did in the first heat. And he gained massively by going hard into the left and along the Nielsen Park shore. There he is, there's the Sour Pig Reef just below, and then up.
I mean, Pete, the thing is, this breeze can easily move 30 degrees in 1 minute, you know? Not very stable.
No, and it's not very strong. Probably 12 knots at best.
Jimmy, have we got an air temperature here?
Air temperature, no, mate.
We don't. We've got water at 24. Pretty humid.
Andu, and behind him is C-Tech. And up to windward but they're in high right here. That's why they don't want to see these boats are in the left.
The Black Knight.
It's the Black Knight above Andu. We'll see him in a moment. There he is. And that's Nielsen Park in the background. And that's one of the turning marks, one of the Sail Australia turning marks. It's not the Beashel Boy, but now Andu go. They probably had to go, I think.
Yeah, he couldn't get too much closer into the land.
And there's nothing great at the moment looking back. Still in the right, this breeze.
Now the leaders are across already, almost in effect, about half a mile up the track. Look in the back there.
Yes, it looks as though the right has paid at the first part of this beat to Shark Island. Big time.
So Lazarus and Lazarus Rag both crossed Bigfoot, Pete. So the Bigfoot's lost out a bit on the beach somehow.
Get to the leaders in a moment. It's very close though. Shaw and Partners still hanging in fourth.
Yep. But Pete, you know what comes next? A very ugly two-star reach down from the Windward Mark down to Athol.
Well, Shaw and Partners in fourth spot, approaching the Nielsen Park blinker, halfway across the harbour. They're just tacked. And the breeze looks a bit left in Rose Bay. That's what there's Lazarus and Rag and Famish are going for. Well, the Bigfoot has split off them and going into Taylor Bay. I think these two boats probably will extend a little here. There's Shaw and Partners going back, and in the distance, that's the Bigfoot just about to tack right at Chowder Head. Just tacked. In nice right pressure.
Well, Pete, it's interesting, though, the whole scenario. Lazarus saw the podium and grabbed one and then decided that was their rightful place in life, you know. Fantastic. And some, you know, they're good blokes, and they've, you know, the amount of time they spend together on the boats measured in hours, not days. Terrific. I think Lazarus is just in front, actually.
Well, they're going right into Steel Point, which is get a bit of tide round there, pushing them round, and then try and get a nice left-hand shift. Both Lazarus and Rag are going very well. They look great. Both setups terrific. The Lazarus team of Tom Kunich, Mark Chapman and Tim Morishima.
The United Nations of the 18-footers.
Yeah, well, 10th on the point score at the moment, but this will be counting on their points if they can hang in there.
Yeah, I don't think they can cross Rag quite, but let's see.
Well, we'll see in a moment. They've got not far to go. See that brick in front of them.
Quad Australia, Peter, isn't it, that island?
Yeah. Steel Point just looking for a little header. Just got it slightly there. They go into the tack. Let's see what happens here. Oh, I think, yes, Rag will cross them. She's got the starboard tack rights as well. Won't be much in it.
Oh, a couple of boat lengths, I think.
Yeah, that'll do me. Oh, not that much. I'll give you a boat length.
Yeah, a boat length and a bit.
So the Rag will extend about 10 more metres before they tack. There they go. So Shark Island is the next destination, and the breeze is down again here.
The breeze right down at bottom range here for a little period.
So changing gears will be the part to play. And coming in from the right is the Bigfoot.
Yeah, he's solidly third. More pressure on the left edge here right now. They wouldn't be badly advised to take one. And Pete, if we look up into the bay here, you can see it's turned left in the corner, as one should always suspect, or in this part of the world.
There's a yacht very high left.
Yep.
But there's the 3 leaders. The Bigfoot will be third. She probably gave a little bit away there.
Yeah, well, he led at the mark by 15 seconds or something, so I'm not sure what's happening. The Rags decided to take the left.
Yeah, I think that'll be the move.
That makes sense.
See.
Yep. Leading narrowly. The Rag.
It's flat water and about, 12 knots best, maybe. Yeah,
there's a bit more coming.
Yeah, but at the moment it's just around 12.
The Rag's also probably managing the ferry traffic a bit here as well. Let's have a look at the setup. Jimmy, can we go up a little?
I can't with the Bigfoot there, Bucko.
Yes, the Rag first into the stronger wind, so they're probably gained a bit more there. But you never know up in this corner.
Just got to join the dots together up in here. That's the
ferry in close cover. Can we have a look at that, guys?
the ferry just off to the right, and
Yep.
running perfect cover.
Perfect cover on the fleet here.
And it's streaky, this wind. It's up and down. How far to the ley line for the rag? A fair way yet, isn't he, to get on this port ley line?
At least another minute.
There's the ferry, just sort of doing much the same pace as the 18. So barrelling in from the right. See him in a moment is Lazarus. There he is, top of screen, making good progress, and he's probably in better pressure than the rag. This is going to be an interesting cross here.
Yep. No, it's a good race. But the rag's tacked on the face of a good left-hander, so
Yeah, he'll still have the lead.
he'll still have the lead. And he's just given himself room away from the area watching that ferry. And the ferry, to make the point, the top of the ferry is about 8 metres above the water, so it makes a big hole.
Yeah, I think Rag jumped him a little there by a few boat lengths.
Yep.
When they crossed at Steel Point. Lazarus now back at probably 6 or 8 boat lengths. Around here and then down and back to the starting area. And still off camera, Shaw and Partners is solidly in 4th place.
And Pete just looking quickly back down there. Yandu back in front of Andu. So you can draw the conclusion from that going hard left didn't pay this time.
No, we saw that as soon as they tacked, but here's Bigfoot has crossed Lazarus. So the Bigfoot now in 2nd and on a ley line. I just can't see the mark. It will tight. Oh.
Just up to the
No, they'll
left
be
a
under
little.
it at the moment.
Yeah.
They need a little left-hander, those two, to get up to the mark. Anyway, here comes the rag across on starboard. He'll be a lot closer to the mark and we'll judge this ley line.
Yep.
Yeah, these two are under it, I think.
Made life easy, and it looks like more wind on the right edge up here, Pete. I don't know how that works, but solid pressure towards the CYC. But the rag has touched them up there.
Yeah, he has in the last, 5 minutes or so. He's really extended away. He's laying. These boats got 2 more tacks in. Okay, rag tight on a lay. Got a good puff to get up.
Body language says he's easy, Pete.
Okay, I like the body language. Don't know quite what it means, but I like it. Okay, he's around. Almost.
Like the body language is sitting in, trying to point it over.
Squeeze.
No, squeeze it.
Okay, there he is.
He'd walked back. So that's
Okay.
always...
Now, what do we do?
He's got about a minute on the Lazarus.
Gee, opened up there, Harry Price, and just that last little bit from Steel Point in.
Now, a very tricky leg, this next one. Tight 2-sail, I think, for the whole duration. And a shoot perhaps just at the end.
Well, they've got to get, once they get to Bradley's, they've got to get deep around Bradley's and into the mark. But at the moment, it's 2 sailors. The Bigfoot's around. What's the differential? 35, 40 seconds? 40 seconds?
Roughly 40 to the Bigfoot.
Yeah, the Lazarus lost out there.
Yep.
He was right up the exhaust pipe of Rag and Famish, but he's back in a solid 3rd. And again, about the same distance behind. There they are. There's the 3 of them lined up.
But talking to Tommy, I'm pretty sure he's 3rd. He's thinking things are quite good.
So, good little line of pressure coming to Lazarus. Still no spinnaker, still main and jib reaching.
And the rag screaming away, full noise. Probably doing 20 knots, Pete, nearly.
Okay, well, that's the grandstand they're going to.
So, folks, in this sort of wind speed, 15 knots of wind, the boats don't go any slower or much slower without a spinnaker, provided they're using all the riding moment. So no imperative here. It's what's VMC for the course. And you just sail a boat with everybody on the end of the wing and allow.
Not on camera. Yandu has absolutely caught right up to the back of Shore and Partners.
Now, it tells you something, doesn't it?
So Pete, just looking at this, these guys are a bit tentative here. They need to make a call, either sail on or set a shoot. 2 sail hot or set a shoot. Don't try and put the bow at the mark.
Oh, Bigfoot's in trouble. in trouble. Big foot, he's okay, he's going to be okay.
Nobody watching the puff.
Yeah, he got squirreled up there.
Getting the tea and scones out, were they?
Shaw and Partners just around, and then look who's next. As Jimmy said, Yandu. Boy, oh boy, that's a good effort from where they were. And above them is the Black Knight. So Yandu's got himself up into 5th. Yeah, Black Knight 6th. So Black Knight then, and then following on, just some good breeze there at the island. The Royal Oak. And then is it our friends on the Balmain? And then Andu and Smeg. So yes, Andu lost out big time going to the left, but the breeze here at just off Point Piper coming down to this fleet is quite strong. Again, plenty of white caps, 15 knots, but and that's Finport around at the stern of Yandu. Andu, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, Andu's the one that's well back now. Back to the leaders. Here we go. Almost down to the leeward mark. It's the leeward mark just to the right of that yacht. Rag and Famish will get down without a Spinnaker, as will the other 2 leaders. I think. Okay, the Rag's almost round. Yeah, and the Rag laid into it without a shoot. Rounding the mark now in the very far background there, guys. Okay, they're around and on their way back up to Double Bay. Harry Price has the Rag firmly in the lead. That's Yandu foreground. Chasing hard
going for a Spinnaker here.
And up in the leading group, was there someone almost capsized? Was that Shaw and Partners behind us anyway? Well, I think Shaw and Partners is capsized. What a disappointment for Emish in 4th place. This will open the door now for Yandu to grab one more place. But these 2 boats have set shoots to go down. It'll only be a short run for them. And in the background we have a massive cruise ship.
A very ugly looking crew now, Peter.
The Resilient Lady of Virgin Voyages. Do you know how big that ship is, Bugger?
Large.
Give me to me in metres.
Metres, I don't know. 170.
Okay, 278.
But only 100 short.
Yep. How many passengers?
3,000.
2,770.
Wasn't a bad guess.
17 decks.
17.
So there you are. Trying to go cruising, and adults only. I don't quite know what that means. Adults only. But anyway.
Older children like you and I can't go.
That's right. Okay. Some will say that's a good thing.
Yep.
There's Yandu around Bradley's in 4th spot.
1:30, first to second, Pete. That's amazing.
This is a massive lead to the Rag.
Yep.
But the question will be...
Shaw and Partners are back up.
They're back up.
And rolling.
And it looks like we've got a boat going home, which is RAYC, I think.
Yeah, the Maersk sign on the sail.
Yeah, they are going home. There's these 2nd and 3rd boats here, Bigfoot and Lazarus. Oh, okay, it's Black Knight, Shaw and Partners, and the Royal Oak, and then up their exhaust pipe is Andu.
Andu got plenty to do still, Pete.
Yes. Up ahead, Yandu has set a Spinnaker to get down to this leeward mark. The Black Knight are going for a shoot. Oh, there's Balmain here in the picture too.
Balmain in front of Andu.
Okay, wasn't sure in Paris. They're back still further with after their capsize. So it's Balmain, Royal Oak, Andu, Finport. Oh, what's the Andu doing? Trying to drop the kite.
Good puff to get those guys all down to the mark, and the Yandu coming in now with a clean shot at it.
Okay, so that's Black Knight. then Balmain, the Royal Oak in the green, then Andu, and then Finport. So this is the battle here for 4th place. Yandu 4th, Black Knight 5, Balmain 6, Royal Oak 7, Andu 8, Finport 9, and then Marine Outlet 10, and then Vicobia 11.
Assurance Partners.
Assurance Partners Smeg.
Smeg with a whiny there, Jimmy, of some description.
Looks like it's caught on the spreader. There we go. It's out.
Finport, is he probably doing a penalty turn perhaps? Oh, here he goes, Finport. He's got the wobbles. Job completed. Just got to get the bow up, which he does. See the streaks of breeze coming down the harbour now. It's a top end probably 14, but the lower end 11 or 12 or 10. So there's Marine Outlet around Vicobia, the outside of her.
So all the leaders sort of heading out on starboard up the beat, which is probably the safe thing to do.
There's ASCC 1 around. C-Tech next, then Fisher Paykel. So it's a one-way track at the moment. They just come round the mark to a short hitch to port, then everyone's got right onto starboard, on past Bradley's and right in almost to a port tack ley line.
Peter, new line of pressure rolling down now. The leaders are in perhaps 18 knots of wind further up the track.
Yeah, they've got to negotiate this big long run again down to Obelisk. There's the Balmain boys, Henry Larkins, Flynn Toomey and Finn Sprott. Currently 8th overall. Just behind them, the Royal Oak in 11th overall. There's the Prince in the Black Knight. It's a bit more wind up as they approach the weather mark. There's Yandu in 4th spot. Big job to do to get into the top place, get us here.
Well, Pete, the problem for the guys in front defending against Yandu, he's fast in both directions, up and downwind.
Yeah, well, as we just speak, the rag is around the weather mark with a huge lead. Spinnaker is set. He's got good pressure. He's got the bear away done. And he'll just come into shot there. He is there. The black Spinnaker. And Bigfoot's clearly second. Then Lazarus. Then Yandu.
Yeah, and the rag probably nearly 2 minutes lead. Certainly a minute 30.
So they've basically gone out to a port tack ley line here and come in, but certainly the Bigfoot's done that. The Lazarus a bit short. There's the mark.
Big line of wind.
Big line of wind coming. Never let you down up here at Double Bay. Lazarus down pressure here.
Yeah, he's just waiting for it to come to him. He's on the line. Well, very close to.
Not quite.
Bigfoot giving him a bit of a touch up there, actually. Ooh, and he can't keep sailing. He's got to go back to the breeze.
Big got to go back to the pressure here, the Lazarus.
Got to go back to the breeze, mate.
It's not getting to him here at the moment.
No.
There he goes. Oh, it's soft. You can see they're not even on the wire. Just big hole up under Clark Island. Just
Yeah, he's into the race now.
not quite, just getting into it now. It's tight lay at the moment, looking at it, if at all. Bigfoot's around in the distance.
130.
Now the Lazarus gets bow up. He's still going to be tight on that lay line.
He's half and too long there and no win. Big race for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, Pete, isn't it?
Well, Balmain's got himself into about 5th position.
Yeah, Balmain got back in front of Andrew.
Lazarus.
Did you see what happened, Jimmy?
No, I didn't. I was trying to
Lazarus gave a
negotiate
bit
boats.
away there by getting up far into Clark Island and stopped for a long while. Yandu now within breathing distance. Okay, Lazarus around. There's Yandu. Lazarus is around and on their way.
Well, Lazarus still got a minute cushion, nearly a minute cushion to Yandu. Good set on the Lazarus, or perhaps not so good. No, not bad.
Rag in the distance is almost halfway down the run. That's the distance he's got.
He got away on a good puff too.
So here's Yandu at a good pressure. Good lay.
Yeah, so
Plenty of wind.
just a bit over 30 seconds, 35 seconds on his sleeve.
So Yandu's question is whether they can run down Lazarus and the Bigfoot, who are about a minute and 2 minutes ahead respectively. Next around will be Balmain, smoking in on the lay line, and underneath then the Black Knight.
And the Balmain going round in high right with plenty.
There's the Black Knight, just trailing Balmain. And then following them is the Oak. Jacob Marks, he's around. And then next to come round will be Finport together with Andu, I'm sorry. So there'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th and 9th.
Yeah, now all these boys will be well advised to have a look at the other jibe.
Straight into it, but I think they both jibe quickly.
Well, that puff was far enough right, Pete.
Yeah, great set on the Andu.
Would have justified a jibe set, I think. But anyway.
Next around will be Smeg, Marine Outlet, and then ASCC1. But we're off to Obelisk for the second time. Yandu running in on more jibe to Bradley's. He's going to protect that western side of the harbour.
Yeah.
Black Knight. Yandu. Right on Bradley's. Can't be far off a jibe here on Yandu. He's got a header to get down, now he jibes. Okay. He's running out of runway there. Bigfoot's not quite to chout ahead, and the Rag, the leader, there he is, right round George's head. That's the lead, massive for Harry Price.
So, Jimmy, can we make a prediction? When will Yandu catch Lazarus?
Well, I think that's the short price at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. I think they'll nearly catch him by the bottom.
You'd think so, as you said before, they're quick up and down, so... They've just got to minimise the deficit that they've...
Yep.
Of this lead that Rags put on them.
Here we go, folks, the race leader. 2 more giants, and he's at the bottom mark. And it's quite windy down this end of the track. 16, 18 perhaps sometimes. Here she goes.
Goes right off past George's Head and running into this bottom mark here at Obelisk. But just while we're off George's Head, we might just send a cheerio to all VS sailors. They've got their 80th National Championships coming out next year, probably on the Australia Day weekend. They've got a few boats to spare, so they're looking for any old sailors, whether they sail VSs or SKIFFS, to fill some spare boats. So contact the VS Association.
We're talking to you, John Harris.
And they'd love to see you up at Toronto. Steve Sims, the current champion, was down watching the 18s today, and contact vs.asn.au. The VS Association would love to see you for their 80th National Championships at Toronto on Lake Macquarie. But we're concentrating on Lazarus. That's the Western Channel pile. He's still not down there yet, and the rag almost at the leeward mark in Obelisk. There they are. So they'll run in there a bit further to jibe and just come back on starboard. Not far off a jibe. There they go.
He's found some smooth water and some light air to jibe in. Beautiful. Adjacent to Obelisk. One of the lead lights for the heads for the alignment, and a beach at which you're allowed to have a bit of a dip with no rig on. Spend a bit of time there, I hear, Andrew. Hours and hours, Peter. Hours and hours.
Now there's the mark. You'll see it there in the moment. And just got to play it cool here, but pretty experienced team. Finn Rodowitz in the bow for Josh McKnight and Harry Price. No need for any risks here. The breeze only about 11, 12 knots. Quite flat water. Just
Come on, man.
Beaker down.
They're not mucking around though, are they? 3 boat lengths drop. Let's have one.
So which way up the beat here, Andrew? Protect the right again?
Find the wind, mate.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a way. It's a find the wind game now. Breeze down here at the bottom, as Pete said. Perhaps only 10, 11. So their 3 boat length drop was easy.
Very easy.
Yeah, got the bag.
Running square and
Shoot in the bag. All good.
Yeah.
Double check the chute in the bag.
Gear on the wire, and away we go. The beat to Shark Island is a long beat.
Yep.
But he's got such a convincing lead.
So he's already got the rig adjustments done. He's cutting them off. He might be just softening the head state some more by the look of that. Ooh, just got a little puff to get him rolling.
The cloud cover coming over. Does that tell us anything, Andrew?
Well, I
Other than it's getting cloudy?
It's going to be cloudy.
Okay, thank you, Jimmy.
No, they're not cold air clouds, Pete. They're warm air clouds, so it's going to soften, I think.
Okay.
They cancel all previous data about weather. It's all wrong.
Okay, remembering it's the North Sail Day here on the harbour.
North Snails, here we are. Folks, thank you.
Racing for the Alan Cole Memorial Trophy.
So, Pete, guess what's happened here? The richer got richer again. The other guys have had to run to the mark in less pressure again.
Yeah, well, the rag's out in the midstream. I think he's carrying the partners of the day's sails.
Yep,
and
no.
he's right off Sound Pigs and in a real left-hand gust. These blokes are overcooked, undercooked again.
Yep.
Oh, the rag stacked on a nice left-hander. But anyway, these boats struggling into the mark.
And the Bigfoot's going to run square and get there second.
I think Lazarus has jumped away from Yandu.
Oh, that's what I said.
Yeah,
Pete,
yeah. Well, I've just had my head down doing some homework.
Yeah.
I can't be everywhere.
No.
I'm trying.
No.
But these boats are slow now.
Absolutely.
Bigfoot will lead around slightly.
And that's all he wants to do, really. He doesn't care as long as he's in front, I think. Because of the nature of speed, they do have to go out to the breeze in the middle of the river. Yep, so that's the thick end of 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's still some big holes in this wind.
Well, like I said, Pete, there's a fair bit of divergence in the models. We're seeing the light air one come into play. I don't know. Let's go on.
We don't like divergence in models. We need it more direct.
Yeah, we need all brunettes or all blondes. I get it.
Light here.
Oh, well. The Lazarus and the Bigfoot live for another leg in the second and third.
But how much Yandu took out of them up the last time from down here? Like, you'd be nervous if you were Lazarus and Bigfoot, I'll give you that much.
No, they've got to keep working on staying in the wind, that's for sure. But not sure if the Yandu, their advantage is really that good at the bottom of the range, Jimmy. So
Well, they'll have to try and split from these two to get back into the second or third place, I would think. They're not going to do it by following the leader. This gap is so significant. But the breeze has turned left here. Now, when you went round this mark before and went out on starboard, you were well above the pigs. Now you're well below the pigs.
yeah, no,
Yandu's around now. The Black Knight. Balmain's still in the hunt. They've jibed too early. Come on, Henry.
They don't mind a bit of Heinrich. They don't mind a bit of square running, Pete.
No, Henry and the Balmain.
Oh, in the Balmain, the other Heinrich.
Okay, here comes Keegan.
So he's got back in front of Andu.
Fitport. He puts the crew under pressure.
Yeah, never in doubt.
Okay, so Finport squeezes in behind Balmain in front of the Royal Oak, and then Andu
Stayed in more wind, abate
So
the first rule.
where is Andu? They're 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th at the moment.
Yeah. But, Jimmy, fair to say Phil in the bow of the Finport is one of the calmest fellas around, isn't he? So
Yeah, he's pretty calm. He's has like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, though.
is he?
Yeah.
What, a bit of the syrupy gets going, does he?
Hey, gets a good bit of anger going at putting things away, mate. He's a handy guy to have around.
Fair enough.
So Marine Outlet and Vycobi will probably be next. There's Marine Outlet, above him the Kitchen Maker. C-Tech, there's Vycobi's jibe. Probably jibed a little early too. But what we're seeing, a big split as we expected. Yandu was tacked off early to try and gain some leverage. And just watching Vycobi, and next around I think will be close to the Marine Outlet, or he's there in the mix.
Yep, and Marine Outlet boys, they're all wearing black armbands for Johnny Walton's old man who passed away. Johnny was meant to be sailing on the Marine Outlet, and he chose to spend some time with his father and other bits and pieces. So our condolences to Johnny and the family on the passing of Neil Walton.
Yeah, absolutely sad times. Oh, Marine Outlet just dialed in there. Next around after Marine Outlet and ASCC 1. There's the Kitchen Maker, Fisher Paykel, Shaw and Partners after their capsize, which is very unfortunate. They're in a very good position. 18 footers at the obelisk mark, then the burrowing. Here she comes. Shoot down.
Safely, Pete.
Yeah, well, never in doubt.
And conservatively, Pete.
Okay. Nice message from our old mate Lenny Burke. Have a chat. Watching from the United States. He says it makes him homesick. Well, hello to you, Lenny. And always nice to hear from you. And the breeze has died again, Andrew, hasn't it? It's quite light here.
Yep, down to low range second sail. Still second sail, but low range.
Oh, just,
yeah.
I'd have the big one on.
And they might be the tail gunner. Oh no, the Hoffel House is the tail gunner today.
So there's long beat now up to Shark Island, and Rag and Famish is almost halfway up the beat or a bit further. There's the Hoffel House.
The red shoot in the far corner of the screen there, folks.
Bringing up the tail. She goes. Good on them for soldiering on. I know some of our partners today, the North Sails boys, are watching in, so hello to you and good luck to those that are over at the Etchell Worlds. I know Mark Bradford squawks over there. Oh, the Hoffel House gets a bit wobbly as Sea-Tech and Fisher Paykel. So the Worlds to start shortly after the, I think got a pre-Worlds on before that.
Where are they being held, Pete?
In West Australia, Fremantle.
Australia. Funny time of year to hold a Worlds though, isn't it? March in Freo.
Well, I guess so.
Fremantle doctor leaves at the end of February, mate.
Yes, that could be tricky, and a bit tricky here. The breeze up again at George's Head, where we're watching the Sea-Tech, the other Queensland boys.
And there's your tail end, Charlie.
Sorry?
The Victorians.
Oh, it's a bit premature.
Oh, right.
Victorians.
Yeah, Cunningham boys. Brody Riley running downwind still. So what have we got up in Rose Bay as we go up towards the leaders? We've got a 12 knots, have we, in the breeze in the left?
Yeah, it's a little bit left, probably 14, Pete. Watching Finport there, just going through the water pretty well.
Well, I'm watching. There's Black Knight, the spectator ferry right up at the island. They've probably got the Rag and Famish in their sights. There's the Black Knight.
Well, Lazarus still quite a long way in front of Yandu. So on screen there,
I can see that Steel Point,
the Black Knight in the middle of the stream, and Lazarus hard left, so a fair bit of weather gauge.
well, with the binoculars we can see way in the distance Harry Price and the Rag and Famish. This will make the point score interesting after today if places remain somewhat the same. Balmain and the Royal Oak going right here, right into Chowder Head. Well, so there's about 6 abreast across the harbour here. 4 Pines the most lured. And above them, Balmain, and in the middle of the harbour, the Black Knight, as we're watching the Royal Oak tack. And what we've seen here is that the boats that have gone left, which includes Andu, have made big gains, I think.
Yeah, Balmain was a fair way in front of them before, so
Yeah.
we will find out.
And the boat that's gone furthest to the left,
The Bigfoot.
off Camberwell, no.
Oh, the Yandu, perhaps.
The Yandu. He went right into Nielsen Park. So we'll see him in a moment. There's
Yep.
Bigfoot holding down second spot. And Lazarus now trying to cover off on Yandu. He's seen what's happening. There's Yandu and Andu in the left, and with left pressure. And Lazarus going there. He's just right of screen, going right into Steel Point to cover off on Yandu. You can hear Yandu breathing down his neck, I think. Breeze only about 12 knots. Still a fair way to go to Shark Island. Lazarus going right into the point. Yandu trying to give himself a bit of leverage by going out into the middle of Rose Bay a little. That's the Bigfoot. So he can sniff him too, but there's Rag right in the background on a ley line, I would think, for the Shark Island mark. Just got to run down to Athol and then a little beat to the finish. Yeah, good breeze now again, 12, 13 knots. Black Knight tack back onto starboard.
Perhaps a little more wind over here, Pete, on the corner.
Yes, it's just built again.
But not up to what it was, but 14, 15 perhaps. Now the ferry will come into play here, Pete.
There is a ferry out from Watson's Bay going towards Rose Bay. Just go around the bow of Lazarus. Now Yandu's coming back, trying to have a go at Lazarus. He's closed the distance, but Lazarus will still be ahead of him. It's close though. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, up the leader is around the weather mark at Shark Island, and they're on their way reaching down to Athol. This is going to be, what, a 3-minute lead at least, isn't it?
Pretty close to that, Pete.
Oh, look, this is close here. This is close. You can hear, certainly smell him now. Tommy Kunich.
Yeah, let's do that.
So this split again. Andu really motoring to try and get into third place. The Bigfoot again, second yesterday in the second race, and he's now a clear second. Can he hang on? The way he's been sailing, you'd have to say he probably will.
Well,
but things are going to happen. And there's Rag. Look at that, a lonely figure.
The rig must be dialed in pretty nicely on the Bigfoot, Pete. Is that exactly what he said, indeed?
He's just ready to get a good puff off Point Piper. He has gone, and it's no contest.
No, it is 3 minutes too, Pete.
Oh, we're going to get a good puff here. No Spinnaker. Probably may set at Bradley's, but who cares, really? But back in Rose Bay, that's where the real battle is.
Well, they managed to get there last time without setting. The only boat to do so.
The big split here in Rose Bay. Bigfoot and Lazarus gone hard right into Shark Island.
Yeah, I think
we're going hard left.
I think Lazarus is going to be back, Pete. Or so it appears.
Well, there's Yandu's went hard left. Now he's just looking. He's got good pressure, and it is really good pressure coming down to him. This is going to be close.
Lazarus is there easy.
Yeah, he will. But Spinnaker might determine this on the next run.
Yeah,
who's game?
We're not making any predictions.
So how long's the time been now that the rag's been round?
2:30.
Yeah, well, he's almost at Bradley's head, and there's still about another 40 seconds from the marker best. Andrew's right up his exhaust pipe, let me tell you. What's Lazarus going to do?
He'll go to the lay.
Yeah, Yandu's under the lay, but he's got a nice left-hander. Yandu, if he lays this mark, which he is at the moment, he's going to jump into third here.
There's a broken trap wire on the Lazarus. It's
Okay, significant. I do see it, Jimmy. Well spotted.
Sky.
That's what they pay you the big bucks for. He's looking for the trap.
On the port side. He's well understood.
Yeah. Okay, if Yandu lays this, he's firmly into third place. Lazarus has retrieved that trapeze line, trapeze wire, or string they use these days. So it's Yandu trying to point hard. Lazarus put the pedal down. But I think it's Yandu going to lay it. I think he is.
Yep.
What's the body language say, Andrew?
We are laying.
What do you reckon, Jimmy? Is the looking out on the boat?
Yeah, I think the body.
Don't worry about the body language. Just go for it. Okay, Yandu's in third place.
So 2:40 is the lead to Reagan Famish.
You get a long way in 2:40 minutes in an 18-footer.
Yep.
Okay, Yandu, wow, this is a good performance again. They're gone, they're round, they're chasing down the Bigfoot as Lazarus has gone round. That's a big lead from what they had before.
Way off in the distance, the rag has set the spinnaker to run down to the bottom mark.
Just at Bradley's, where they, Jimmy?
Round Bradley's.
Round Bradley's and down.
The rag is close to the bottom mark right now.
Okay, so that's the top four around, and then fifth will be Finport. Then perhaps
very close between the Black Knight and Andu.
Okay, well, Andu's got himself up there too.
Well, he's having a troubled day though, Peter, by his standards, isn't he?
Well, both Yandu and Andu are well back, as was Finport, but Finport's extracted himself well into fifth spot. Oh, there's a bit of shenanigans going on at the front. Yandu is set. Great set on the... Oh, was it a good set? Yes, it is a good set on the Yandu. They're trying to hunt down the Bigfoot.
And the Bigfoot has to set. They can't do what they're doing.
Okay, Keegan York's got Finport around, and next will be Herman Winning in Andu in... What's that, sixth, Jimmy, is it?
3.
Oh, and the Lazarus having a shot too, Pete.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay, 6 Andu. That's a good recovery too. And then the Prince, the Black Knight. Followed by Balmain. And they're all setting now. Oh, that's Andu over the top of the Bigfoot. Yandu's got himself in the second spot here. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Well, I suppose you've got to.
Some pretty aggressive sailing, Pete. Like I said,
brilliant sailing. He's off to the races now.
You can't do what the Bigfoot was doing.
Well, they're both bow down. They're struggling to get round Bradley's. What are they going to do? Yandu going to drop? There's a ferry going across his bow. Look at here's Andu. He's at full wing now.
They set right at the wharf at Shark Island.
Absolutely. They're taking no prisoners. Oh, they're all off to the races. The Lazarus, Bigfoot and Yandu struggling to get around Bradley's. They don't think they'll do it. Ragging the chute. That's what they've got to get around.
And this yacht will come into play.
There's a...
What's the yacht doing?
Yacht, what's he doing? Get out of there, mate. Run aground, do something. Anyway, he's seen what he had to do. Now, slight advantage a little bit to the Bigfoot. They're all slightly to windward of Yandu. They can run them down. Oh, no, they've got a good gust now. Yandu's fighting hard to get round this Bradley's head. Meanwhile, the rag is halfway up the beat to the finish. And it's Yandu in second spot. Hold on to the horses on the Bigfoot. They've got plenty on. Okay, Yandu's round. Sheet home now, just about. The Bigfoot will get round as well. Yandu's round on her way. Bigfoot's round. Hard work for these crews.
Had to drop their spinnaker,
Okay.
as did Andu and the Black Knight.
Well,
Yep. So, viewers, there's a limit to how high the bow can be sailed with a flapping chute. Flapping shoot and shoot gives you plenty of drag and a bit of healing force. And if you want to have a bad swim, that's one way to do it, is to stick the bow up a bit too far.
we don't want to swim, but anyway, Yandu second, Bigfoot third, Lazarus fourth.
Bigfoot pressing their
Leading
luck
the
on the
way
drop.
is the Rag and Famish. Halfway up the final beat. And we'll go and see them win off on this seventh race. A wonderful performance by Harry Price and Josh McKnight and Finn Rodowitz. Were they at the first mark? Were they first? I think led the whole way.
They led the whole way.
Yeah, well,
They know
just-
to put the book, Peter.
and just extended the whole way.
That's what the book said.
Yeah.
Get in front and continue.
So heat 7 looking like it's belonging very firmly to the Rag and the Famish.
Both Andu and the Black Knight. The Black Knight have just got their one out, but Andu, a nice
got a
wine glass.
Nice wine glass again. That's what crewed them yesterday. Still not out. Still not out.
Got a good standard wine glass.
It's what better of the wine glasses is Finport just about to drop. Well, all eyes on this race winner of Heat 7. Harry Price, take a bow. Not there yet, but I'd like to have $1 or $3 on him at the moment.
He's given back a bit on this last beat here, Pete.
Well, I just sit back and enjoy it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, just cruising home, really. But
Black Knight around, Andu next around, the Lewin Mark and Athol. There's Andu round, pressure down.
so the Rag not too far off the low line.
Yeah, well, Harry's pulled himself up on the trap adjuster there.
Yeah.
Just cruising.
You could win from here, Bucko.
I could swim and win.
Well,
Well,
Don't
should we give it a
yeah,
take him up on the
there's
option?
a lot of people would like to try that.
With
Take-
flippers.
Take your headphones off and have a go. Okay, yes, he's fine effort this. Well, I think his mum and dad are up there near the committee boat. They'll be very thrilled. Great supporters of the class, and of course Harry. And he's not far off at 3, 2, 1. No, Chris Rodowitz would probably be watching. Father of Finn.
In Switzerland, Pete, yeah?
Switzerland was in the park yesterday.
I was in the park yesterday.
Well, he might have gone to Switzerland by now.
Fair enough.
Oh, we're getting a bit wobbly. Don't worry, boys. You can swim from here.
Like I'll be your new swim teacher.
Yeah. Wonderful performance. This is a massive win. Led from the first weather mark. Started down the leeward end. Went hard left.
Made it look pretty simple, didn't they?
Well, an impeccable race. Accurate. And Heat 7 of the JJs
Accurate and actually pretty conservative.
goes to
Pete.
Rag and Famish.
Sensational.
Yeah, winning the Alan Cole Trophy. Oh, there's a few hooks from the spectator boat, led by
Christian
Mrs.
going
Price.
off.
Christian.
Harry's mum. Amazing.
Okay, well, that's the finishing line, and a few spectator boats around. Well, this makes the carnival interesting now. We'll surmise some points before the next boats finish and say that Rag will certainly count the win. Okay, well here's Yandu and Bigfoot fighting for second. They've split again.
And
Lazarus.
Finport a chance to get into the mix a bit here too, Pete. Here we go.
There's Yandu. They've got about 500 metres or 400 metres to the finishing line. And Yandu leads the Bigfoot. So looks like Yandu at the moment will do it. So
Yeah,
from about 12th at the first mark, they've got themselves into the place getters. They're just covering off now on the Bigfoot and Lazarus, who's going behind Bigfoot. You'll just see him in a moment. There's the Lazarus trying to consolidate fourth position. Oh, Bigfoot's tacked.
Yeah, pretty light on the right edge here, Pete.
Yes, I think he saw the lighter spot under Clark Island. Wants to make sure that he's got Lazarus pinned away. Nice sailing here by all these teams. And Lazarus, nice to see them up amongst it. Their placings so far have been a 17, a 28 who didn't finish, 7th, 4th, 8th and 6th. So they're slowly working their way up. Can they get into 3rd? Or will the Bigfoot have them locked out? I think the Bigfoot will do it at the moment.
Yeah,
will Lazarus stay 4th or 5th as Finport's making a charge?
Finport's tacked on the leeward bow of the Lazarus.
Okay, well Yandu will maintain his championship lead. And
What a comeback.
What a comeback indeed. Second to Yandu. He's across. What was the differential? Did you have your clock going, Andrew?
It's 3¼ hours, Peter, approximately.
In other words, you'd no idea.
Oh, it's about 3:20, I think.
Bigfoot, 3rd. Well done, boys, again.
Well, it might as well be 3¼ hours, mightn't it? Relatively speaking, great effort from the Queenslanders. They got shown a few things by the Yandu boys that they won't forget, though. I think that down the last
well,
run.
I walked past and Herman was sitting down with Dave Hayter, like saying when they were behind them yesterday, this, that, the other.
Yeah.
Try this, try that. And,
Yeah.
And true Herman fashion said you can take the advice or not. And,
Here's the Lazarus getting to 4th. Yeah, Tommy Kunich, well done. Good effort. That is a very good effort. He was there or thereabouts all day. Finport came a little from a long way back to get 5th.
Yeah, Finport was nearly fullback for a while there, weren't they?
They were.
This is close here on screen between
So
the Black Knight and the Yandu. And Balmain in the mix as well.
Black Knight should be able to hold the Yandu out, I think.
So, Finport 5. Who's going to be next?
Or the Black Knight, a lousy tack.
Up, a scream of up. Oh, the Black Knight's wobbly. But has he got... They're laying the finish. No, they're not, are they? No.
No, and they've
What's the Balmain bailing out?
on the Black Knight, they all walked to the back of the boat and stopped.
So Andrew trying to get into a 6th place here.
Yeah, 6 is not much use to them, though, Pete, in reality.
Well, they've had a 6th already.
Yep.
Now, can they... Oh, the Black Knight's tacked. Okay, well, let's give them this to Andrew here. They will be 6th. Anyway, pretty good comeback. They were deep as well, but not as good as the almost namesake Yandu. So Andu's 6, Black Knight 7, and 8th will be the Balmain boys. Okay, so Andrew, you keep talking and I'll just get my calculator out. So Yandu will be 6.
The abacus has come out to the 4.
14.
So it'll be probably Pete by Kobe.
By Kobe 9th, will it?
Yep.
Okay.
And then
The Royal Oak.
Royal Oak, 4 Pines.
And Smeg
And then
close.
Smeg and ASCC.
Okay, well, the way I look at it at the moment is that Yandu will be on 10 points. And
With a drop, yep.
Yeah. And Andu and Rag and Famish both on 14.
Yeah, no. The Rags caught back up, haven't they? And hard to see.
Well, they've only caught 1 point because they were 5 adrift of Yandu, I'm sorry. And they've caught 1 point up there. So 10 plays 14. So 2 on 14.
Yeah. But hard to see from here. Unless something really strange happens, Yandu got speed and...
Have they what?
And the other guys just haven't quite been consistent enough, have they? I mean, the scorecard of the Rag and Famish, you'd say, was very respectable. The Andu with 2-6, admittedly one of them from a breakage. It won in the Giltinan last year, but won't be good enough this year.
So Smegs across in 11th.
Yep.
Then Marine Outlet 12.
ASCC next.
ASCC 1, 13th. And then a battle for 14th between Fisher Paykel, Shaw and Partners and C-Tech. There's ASCC 1 across.
Just come see what the weather model says for Saturday.
Now, who's next across here? Jimmy, be Fisher, the Fisher Paykel?
Yeah, you think Fisher Paykel Hill?
Yep.
Although Emma on the Shore and Partners coming in hot.
Yeah, I think he'll number off on here. Fish Paykel will do the job here. He's tacked, picks up speed, and
he's there.
He'll be there in 14th. Shaw and Partners, well, they were good early and then had that capsize, but still finished very creditable, 15th. And then next will be the C-Tech, the other Queenslanders. Well, another great day for the Queenslanders. Bigfoot in 3rd position. And Kitchen Maker, and then 18-footer bar and restaurant. And then who we got coming next will be 6th and Burrowing, isn't it?
Burrowing, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 still down near the bottom mark. Hey.
Well, we'll just give a bit of a summary of the day. Just the one race today, and it was the 7th heat for the Alan Cole Memorial Trophy with our partners North Sales. And the winner, clearly and all the way, was Rag and Famish. Harry Price, Josh McKnight and Finn Rodowitz in an outstanding display, winning by over 3 minutes. They led from start to finish, basically, and were never, well, challenged a little way for Bigfoot and Lazarus, but in the end they just skipped away and did it in easy fashion. Second was Yandu, who had to come from a long way back. One stage he would have been, I guess, 3 or 4 minutes adrift of second place. He got second and now leads the championship with 2 more races to go. Bigfoot, the boys from Queensland, Dave Hayter and Ben Roxburgh and Elliot Marr were 3rd. Lazarus, having their best race of the regatta, they finished in 4th spot.
And those boats were 2 and 3 for a long period, weren't they?
They were indeed. That's Tom Kunich, Mark Chapon and Tim Morishima. And Finport, who also a bit buried, Keegan York in 5th, Andu 6th. They had to fight their way through from a fair way back. Then the Black Knight, always up there in 7th spot. They will probably maintain their 6th spot on the point score, I would think, or maybe even jump into 5th. Then Balmain were 8th, Kobe 9, the Oak 10, Smeg 11, Marine Outlet 12, ASCC 1 13, Fisher Paykel 14, Shaw and Partners 15, C-Tech 15, Kitchen Maker 7, C-Tech 16, Kitchen Maker 17, 18 footers, bar and restaurant 18th, 6th, 19th. The Burrowang will be 20th. There's a 3-4 stragglers still to come, 5 I think. So we might just finish up now. So Andrew, you've had a look at the weather models.
Yeah.
Which you like doing. I haven't said anything yet.
No,
so you've had a look at them. Now, without looking at the weather models, what do you think the weather's going to do?
Well, we've got, to finish the regatta, we've got 2 days of softish nor'easter. I know that's a bit of an oxymoron, but as we get into autumn, the thermal drivers of nor'easters diminish, and what we might end up with is sort of 9 to 14 on Saturday, perhaps, the model indicates, and perhaps a little more for Sunday. But same direction, more or less. Very bit more nor'east on Sunday and genuine nor'east on Saturday.
Okay, we'll put that in stone and see how close you are. We just pass a comment to the SeaTech boys. That was a pretty good effort in a borrowed boat. And I think Paul McNamara's joining us on the weekend. He'd be pretty happy with the SMEG team. And the Brisbane 18 Footers Club, great stuff from the SeaTech and certainly great stuff from the Bigfoot. So that's the day. Belonged to certainly Harry Price, Finn Rodowitz and Josh McKnight in the Rag and Famish. Clear winners from Yandu and the Bigfoot. So until Saturday, when we hope you can join us again, because this carnival is far from over. And we look forward to your company then. On behalf of, once again, the Sale Media team and Jimmy Bury and Andrew Buckland, Peter Shipway saying a very good afternoon. Enjoy your day off tomorrow, and we look forward to your company again on Saturday.